Hey everyone, how you doing? Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're going to talk about cells, see my cells, and that is exactly with owner Marianne Klingenberg. Hey Marianne.
Hey.
Welcome to the show. I like your glasses.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, these are my, businessy ones.
Yes, they look
Not
very
super
savvy.
geeky, but
they still work.
Okay, thanks.
And so she's my microscopist, and we're going to dig deep into the geeky world of microscopy and what that is all about. Now, that saying you saw is how, Marianne talks about her business. Let's show it again on the screen. That saying.
Yes.
Now let's talk about that, Marianne.
Feed your cells well and you'll be well. Don't and you won't. This is my mantra. So what I do is, of course, cellular nutrition,
Yep.
right? What does it look like on a cellular level, and why is it important to feed our cells well? So we'll be talking about that today.
Absolutely. And I want to start off by saying, I've been taking supplements for a while, and thanks to Marianne, I've been really upping my supplements. My dad came to visit me for a little bit, and he looked and he saw all of these bottles on the counter, and he said, "Michelle, you're taking too many supplements." And I was like, "Dad, you need to meet Marianne." And so right then and there, I called Marianne, set up an appointment. And so Marianne pricked my dad's finger, took his blood, checked out his cells, and gave him a reading that blew his mind. We're going to talk about that also. But Marianne, you love changing people's lives from the cellular level.
Absolutely, because it is what changed my my nutritional life, by seeing my own blood right there live on the screen and understanding honestly what this does and means on the cellular level.
Absolutely. That means a big difference, especially when you think you're looking at yourself complete from the outside, what you judge, and you see people all the time. You may say, "Oh, that person's in shape, that person looks great." But from the inside, you'd be surprised. You have a lot of clients that have just been tip-top shape, eaten regimented diets, really, really had their lifestyle clean, and then all of a sudden you take their blood and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, it is amazing, because again, you can't tell what's going on on the inside by looking at the outside. And what is it? They're eating super clean. They're really aware of what to look for in supplements, ingredients from food, etc. But it's all about how it's working for you on the cellular level or not.
Yes. And so I want to tell you all that if you're living in Vegas, Summerlin, Henderson, you got to get a hold of Marianne. Now you can join her exclusive club, See My Cells. You got to send an invite on Facebook. It's only on Facebook. So again, it's See My Cells, send an invite, and if she wants you to be a part of her club, she'll accept your invitation. But throw up her contact one more time, Scott, if you want to get a hold of her, if I can see that real quick. And so her phone number is 702-379-6070, seemycells.com or seemycells@gmail.com. And that's where you do a lot of nutritional working, helping people. Now, she's helped me for about 9 months. I want to keep track of the dates. I want to have like an anniversary date that every month I'm like, yes, 10 months, because I'm going to hit that 1-year mark with you, and I want to have a celebration. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah, because I want to do a giveaway and tell everybody that if it wasn't for Marianne, my lifestyle wouldn't be where it's at. That's right. Muscle. I got lots of power here, and it's lots to this help with this lady. She's helped fill my cranium full of knowledge of what I need to learn when it comes to not only eating the right foods, but supplementing, drinking water that's pH balanced.
Yes.
And so I love your 12-day giveaway of Christmas on your page.
Yep, had a lot of fun with that, just featuring a different product every day. You mentioned supplements earlier. There are a couple of lines that I use exclusively, so had some specials on that. Of course, had the also nutritional microscopy appointment special for half price, so I want to extend that to your viewers today as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so let me know. Consult's initially $85, so half price, you just cannot beat it.
That's a good deal. And speaking of, with Christmas coming up, people, it's great to give someone a gift. You could do it yourself, bring a friend, your loved one, and you guys can do it together, because when you get so enlightened about something, you really want to share the knowledge and the experience with someone else. So better yet, just grab your friend or your significant other. Sorry, you can't bring your dog, but
I have done my dog.
That'll be on another show.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
We're not doing Fido cells today. We're doing her dad's cells today.
Yeah,
we're
so
going to be featuring his.
So my dad is 64, and so he has been a surfer ever since he was 11. And when you meet him, he's like, "Yes, I am in tip-top shape. I am in the best health. I eat everything correctly. You don't need to tell me a thing." Pretty much. Period.
That was pretty
my
much
dad.
how he came in.
And so you took his blood, and we saw so many
Well,
things.
I want to back up a little bit first. Here we are, back again. What I do in my appointments is do a little crash course in digestion.
Yes.
And so it was interesting because she talked about how he came in and everything. Yeah. But as I walked through the digestive health part, by the time I finished that, he was a little concerned about how his cells were going to look. So I think the light bulb started coming on.
I could tell because he came in straight like this, right? And by the time she was done with her digestive course, he was kind of like,
"Oh, my blood's going to be bad, you know?
Just do it. Just get it over with."
Oh my goodness.
That's so funny.
But yeah, without that knowledge, I tell people we don't know what we don't know.
That's right.
But now you know once you have that knowledge. And then, of course, once you see your cells, then it's really up to you. What's that next right step you're going to take?
Absolutely.
So obviously that's what I work on. Do we want to go ahead and show his pictures?
Yeah, let's show my dad's blood cells. Now, this is the first one. Marianne, if you can kind of talk
That's the what I call 10,000 foot out view or broad view. So all the little round circles you see are red blood cells. The larger ones you see are white blood cells. So at a first glance here, his cells are all round and individual. So I love that he's well hydrated and his cells aren't stuck together. By the way, audience, did you know, I'm sure you know, that your body is primarily water, but your cells are as well, over 90% water. Yeah, so if you're feeling tired or lethargic, drink some water, please.
FYI.
Yep. So then we were able to start zooming in from there to get a closer look again at the cellular nutrition of what's going on.
And mind you, this was a drop of blood. One little tiny little drop of blood.
There's 1 million cells in one little drop of blood, so we're looking at a very, very small area of it here. So there are his cells. Ideally, we like our blood cells to come out of the bone marrow all nice and round like cookie cutters. And here you're not seeing that they're all the same size and round. So we're seeing some B12 and folate deficiency in him. So of course encouraged him to add foods rich in those vitamins to his diet as well. Look at the white circles in the center. He's a little iron deficient. His cells are not filled with hemoglobin. That's what transports oxygen to all the systems in your body. Yep. So of course we're talking to him about those types of things. And this is a picture of uric acid crystals.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, like Michelle said, he's a surfer, right? So his body's gotten pretty beat up over the years. But I will tell you, I loved his awareness alone of what he's putting in his mouth. He grows a lot of his own fruits and vegetables. That is so awesome. But what we're seeing here is the uric acids start to grow. And FYI, our body naturally makes some of these, but our kidneys should filter them out. When they're starting to get sizable like this, it's more of a protein issue, perhaps high fatty foods, processed foods, chemicals, toxins. Those can come from meds, those can come from even synthetic supplement ingredients. That's why I'm so whole food based. So again, for what I do, a lot of it's education and awareness. This can also, stress can play a factor in these.
Oh, so having just a high stress lifestyle can build a lot of uric acid in the body.
Yeah, and let's talk about that because stress can come in different ways, right? Stress can come...
Environment, lifestyle,
yes.
lack of sleep, and
physical, right? He's a surfer.
Yep.
It could be emotional, right? We know you've had a big loss in your family recently. It can even be stress in the type of foods we're putting in us. So we want you to be sure you're eating clean choices in foods.
I want to have, when you're on next, to bring in the synthetic hard supplements
yeah.
versus whole food.
Sure,
And
we
I
can talk about
I want to
that.
do the pudding test too.
Oh yeah, that's always a eye opener,
Gotta
isn't
bring
it?
my snack pack.
Mm-hmm.
So what's this last picture?
Okay, yeah. So that one you're seeing there is a lot of undigested sugar.
Okay.
All right, that stuff's sitting in the plasma. Our plasma should be nice and clear. Okay, so he's got some backup. So again, we're talking about where would these sugars be coming from, and then we're talking about what feeds off of these sugars. We see some bacteria and fungal forms here feeding off of them, and of course go into why we don't want that in our system and how to get it cleared out.
Wow. Now, if that hasn't enlightened you people, I don't know what has, because when it comes to what's inside of your body and you seeing it instantly, you don't have to go to a doctor's office, you don't have to wait a few weeks. I mean, this is something that is so exciting, and it's kind of high tech. I don't know if microscopy's been out for a long time, but
oh yeah, it's the science has been out over 100 years or what have you. Here in the United States, we only use it as a nutritional assessment tool. Some countries actually use it as a diagnostic tool. I have people who come to me from all over, and some are very familiar with it because in their countries it's a routine thing. Not so much here, but like you said, enlightening and empowering.
yes.
But I always want to give my disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose. I'm looking at everything from a nutritional standpoint, and so that's what I help people with. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
What is your dad going to do differently?
I think he's gonna look at the sugar that he's eating, and I hope, Dad, if you're watching this, you go to cold pressed juices instead of just your standard boxed juices at the grocery store.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That was
And
one
then
thing we talked about.
organic, hormone free, antibiotic free meats,
Beautiful.
eggs, stuff like that.
Yes.
Am I on the right track?
Absolutely.
And Dave's Killer Bread.
Dave's Killer Bread. Did you buy some, Mark?
We're gonna test your refrigerator in a week because I'll be there. I am.
Busted.
I am. I'm leaving there for
Awesome.
Christmas. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, go through and check out ingredients and stuff. It's really what it boils down to, people. Again,
You got to bring your box
good
of all
quality
the
foods.
food labels and stuff.
My
so we
Mary
can-
Poppins box.
Yes, you need to bring that. And also, what do you think about bringing the TV screen on the table and you bringing your microscope and actually doing it live?
If we can, make it happen on the set, we can sure look at doing
I think that would be a great pitch. I mean, I don't know about you, but just to be able to see it live like that would be just explosive.
Yeah. Again, it's what changed my life and turned my nutritional
Yes.
world around. Even though I'd been doing my family's healthcare, like I was telling you earlier, for 10 plus years. It really started many years ago when our daughter was young. So yeah.
You're such a good mama.
We're all out there doing our best. And that's one thing I tell my clients too, we're all out there doing our best. And again, once you, get this knowledge, what is the next right step that you're going to take, right?
Exactly.
I can't make that step for them.
Very
They
true.
have to do it.
Yeah. Do you have any, so we have half price off, so holiday special. So if any of you guys want to get an appointment with Marianne, you can call her, you can email her, you can go on her Facebook exclusive page, See My Cells. And so definitely just do yourself a favor, give yourself a gift, and that is taking care of yourself, really looking over yourself, not only for the new year, but just in general. It's something that I look at this and I routinely think this is something. It's just like having a health checkup, but even better. Even better.
It's another piece to the puzzle for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And especially if anyone has any food sensitivities, maybe you're thinking it's allergies, maybe you think you're getting sick, maybe it's something that you really want to find out what's going on deep down inside and get to the root of the problem. That's where microscopy comes into helping you out.
And it could just be a simple matter of enzymes, and that is
or
something we
probiotics.
talk about. And you learn, they go hand in hand,
Yeah.
right? Enzymes are what breaks our food down to make the nutrients
Yeah.
bioavailable for absorption, and probiotics are what absorbs the nutrients.
true.
So yeah,
And another good thing is that after you have your appointment, she has all the supplements right there in her office that you can just take off the shelf, buy from her right then and there. You're not just leaving just empty-handed like, well, where do I go? What do I do? She gives you all of the knowledge, then she fills you up, and then you can even have an easy refill every month if you want to be a reoccurring client, which you have many.
yes, I have many, you're right.
Yes.
And I love them all, and everybody's at a different place in their journey. I work with all kinds of people, young, old, really well, really sick, and of course some who are very overweight, and others like yourself who we've helped you totally maximize your performance in your competitions and such, and everybody in between, honestly.
Love it.
So yeah, I love that you said everyone can benefit from that. It's so true.
Oh yeah, the whole entire family. Absolutely.
And I do have gift certificates as well, so if you're thinking of this for a gift, let me know. But you do have to be in the Vegas area. I will tell you that. People ask me all the time from all over the country, can I just, send you a drop of my blood?
Like,
and no, you cannot.
Sorry.
It only stays live on the slide for about 30 to 40 minutes. So.
And another thing is, it's great that she even has whey protein. Well, actually, it's vegan.
I have
plant-based. And so she also has stuff like that. So if you're trying to add a little more protein into your diet, you have even pH drops for the water, which is very important. I think alkalinity is kind of the number one thing. So when it comes to water, and 90% of your cells are water, she even has drops that you can take, which I've been taking them every night.
Good job.
Yes.
You're finally listening and doing it at bedtime.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good.
Because I have a sweet tooth. Yes. But other than that, I'm so glad that you could stop by.
Oh, always enjoy you, Michelle, and
I enjoy you too, Marianne.
I so appreciate, you being just such a big cheerleader and such for nutrition microscopy and see the value.
I haven't gotten sick in, knock on wood, a long time, and throughout my competition, even my trainer was saying, now if you get sick, it's normal. Well, I did not once get sick. I felt great. My energy level was great. And this is something that I have just put in my diet and put in my lifestyle, and it's a habitual routine. And so it's funny when my dad now sees my counter full of pills that I take every morning. It's like, Dad, I'm supposed to be taking 2 or 3 times that. So,
Yeah. Well, and I just want to clarify on the pills, and we're going to talk about it on another segment, but what to look for in supplement ingredients. And I just want to make sure you all understand these are whole food supplements.
Yes.
They are made from actual food sources, not
Freeze-dried.
synthetically or chemically. Okay. And there's a whole reason why we do that instead of more toxins.
Got to have you do the digestive enzyme fluoride chart thing that you do for everybody when you come on next time. I'm going to have a whole section of stuff for you to bring in, like your Mary Poppins box and your clipboard and all that stuff.
Oh my goodness, that might have to take several segments. But
I know, right?
We'll get all the information covered.
But again, you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying watching Geeks Are Sexy. I've enjoyed Marianne and her microscopy, so I hope you guys do too. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have another great guest right after this, and you're watching on WCOBM.TV.